Hello there, this is our Retro Spirits Guide, and this is Truxton on Sega's Megadrive. There's a skull there, embedded in a rock, with Truxton written across its face. I don't know what a Truxton is. In this game, you are a chubby spaceship with chubby wings, firing up the screen, shooting chubby aliens. Oh, it's a chub fest. It's not. It's a vertically scrolling shoot 'em up, which you start with a three-way fire because the game is so hard. The arcade machine, anyway, was so hard. They had to throw you a frickin' bone, and that bone is triple laser. Right, this is a Toaplan game, and therefore is probably expensive to buy at retail for your Megadrive. I paid 20 quid for this game many years ago, and it's the Japanese version, so I'm not sure why it appears as Truxton on the title screen. But it does. It should say Tatsujin, I believe. But anyway, I paid 20 quid, and you'll pay a lot more than that these days. The game is probably worth 20 quid. I don't think it's an amazing game by any stretch of the imagination. It's a decent game. It's sort of like the arcade machine, graphically. And sonically, not as detailed as the arcade machine. It lacks any parallax scrolling, and the weapon set is different in this version. So the Mega Drive has 3 weapons plus a bomb. The bomb is kind of quite famous for having a massive skull in it. It doesn't animate or anything, it just kind of flashes on and off. So what was once an impressive visual effect now is revealed itself as a cheap kind of flashing graphic. But the 3 weapons, you say you've got this wide kind of laser, which you collect 5 Ps, and then it powers up to a slightly wider laser, and collect 5 more Ps, and you get little outrigger drones that pop out the side of your spaceship. In this version of Truxton, those drones fire like a rainbow space donut, which, if stuff collides with it, it dies. In the arcade machine and on the PC Engine, those outriggers fire more bullets for the red gun. The green gun is a narrow but powerful laser beam for cooking faces of evil bad guys who are trying to encroach on your territory, although these ones here seem to be embedded in this rock, so this again might be a thing where you're invading their territory and blowing their faces up, which is slightly rude, isn't it? So anyway, yeah, the green one, super powerful, can dispatch things quite quickly. And then the blue one is a lightning gun, which is the most impressive effect in the game. It fires up to 5 fingers of lightning, screen-spanning lightning, which then lock onto bad guys, and as you fly around, it just pumps them full of electric death, and that's fun for them as much as it is for you, I imagine. The lightning gun does have a bit of a trap in it, which is on the next level. Certain enemies will sort of charge at you if you've got lightning and smash you in the face, which is no fun whatsoever. The music is very beepy, but it's not bad. The sound effects, well, they're okay. I got a bit of a love-hate relationship with Truxton, really. It was one of the first games I ever bought back on my Mega Drive in 1990, 89, 90, whenever I got my Mega Drive. And I wasn't that impressed with it back then. Sure, it was smooth, it had nice big graphics, it had no parallax scrolling, and it wasn't as impressive as Ghouls and Ghosts, which is probably the game that I traded to get Truxton. And I really liked Ghouls and Ghosts, and I'm such a shoot 'em up fanatic. I thought, do you know what, I need to try Truxton. I've seen the screenshots in the magazine, I've got to try it. And it disappointed me on multiple levels. It's a decent enough game, just not a flashy game. The arcade machine is a vertically oriented monitor, so what they've done here is they've put a panel at the side of the screen and given you some narrower screen real estate to play with. It doesn't quite match the arcade machine, but I suppose it is a bit more like it. It's a bit of a cop-out. The PC Engine version of this, which I have played, possibly on emulation, does have slightly more interesting background graphics and slightly more colourful, but is fairly similar. That game, however, the PC Engine version, is several £100 to buy on a Hue card. This cartridge, like I said, I paid 20 quid for this many years ago. It's probably about 40-ish pounds now, depending on which version you buy. I mean, I have seen versions, people trying to scalp minty versions of this for more money, but it's not worth that. 20 quid, I would say yes. The money it's going for these days, I'd probably say no, and it's not as good as the internet thinks it is. There's just people on the internet that think this game is wonderful. It's fine as a game, and that's Truxton. Okay, ta-ra.